And you are back on the Tortoise and Hare Experience. It's another new episode. Tons of show for you. And just as always, we always like to start it off with a brand new experience. Let me finish chewing on my vegetables.
He's always eating.
Yeah. Well, Max brings in... Max is like the new craft girl. Because, you know...
God forbid.
Anytime she comes in... she's always the one bringing in, whether it's the booze, even though it's a rarity that there's booze, but every now and then you'll bring some wine.
Yeah, it depends on who our guest is.
Right. And then today she brought a ton of vegetables, which is great because, as everybody knows, metal bands eat vegetables.
Right.
And,
well, it's a given.
So we're going to be talking with Diamond Lane about eating vegetables very soon, as we just heard the song The Enemy. But like I said, as always, we always start off with an experience. Who's going to go first, you or me?
I'll let you go first because, you always depress me. So.
Thank you.
Well,
That's that has been my experience lately. Is everywhere I go, I've just been really depressed. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, my experience has been really crazy. As you know, last experience, I let everybody know that I got laid off from my job. And currently, I'm washing dishes, so I'm surviving.
It's awesome. It's a good experience.
It's a really good experience.
It's humbling.
But like I said, I've been doing interviews, and it's real weird for when an interviewer becomes the interviewee.
Yeah.
Because it's like I'm now on the other side, but I always try to flip the interview to me interviewing them, because it's like, well. I'm like, why should you hire me?
Why do I want to work here?
Yeah, why do I want to work here?
What's the benefit?
Exactly. So, and it's real weird, too, because I guess the true experience is experiencing scheduling. Because no matter what path or what job hires me, it's going to directly influence the show.
Right.
Regardless. So I've... I don't know, and when we get to our guests, I'll ask them the question of how they manage to have their band and manage to have a job too, because I feel kind of like them, where it's like the jobs I've been doing too or interviewing for are typical 9 to 5 jobs. Actually, they're probably like 9 to 7 jobs. So and it's salary, basically corporate. I'm basically selling out. Actually, I'm buying in. Fuck that. I'm buying into actually having some
to the
cash.
real life.
Exactly. But like I said, with that, there comes that point of, what's going to happen to the show. And I know I shouldn't worry about that stuff because I know all that stuff will work itself out. But at the same time, part of me is just like, dude, what happens if I do get this? And so my mind already starts tinkering around with the schedule and how I'm going to be able to even create even the Tortoise and Hare Experience, because the Tortoise and Hare Experience takes place earlier than my other shows. Mm-hmm. So that would automatically, have to change as well. So, and it's weird. Whatever happens to me is directly going to affect you.
Yeah. And that sucks because I really hate when anything that you're experiencing has any effect on me. Because it's just not good. It's never good.
Well, I mean,
it's never good, Turtle.
It can be good, Max. You're focusing on the negative, but
focus on the negative. Come on.
But think about the positive that could happen. If I get this regular gig,
then you buy the vegetables.
I buy the vegetables. Exactly.
All right. Well, I like this. So you getting a job is a good thing.
So that's one good positive out of it. So that's been my experiencing, is trying to figure out a predetermined schedule that hasn't been predetermined yet.
All right. I like it. Cool.
Well, what have you been?
I have been up to so much. It's been kind of scary. My last couple of weeks, I filmed a new television show.
Okay.
Which is called New Sealand with director Brian Krantz, who's an amazing director. The only problem with this is that they put me on this island. And
a real island or like a CGI
well,
island?
We are just not going to discuss that, but it's an island. And and I had to do all these things that I'm not comfortable with, like putting up a tent for the first time in my life. Yeah. I wasn't very good with
Well,
that.
you got to learn how to do that.
I did it though. I did it.
You
I
know?
did it. I gave instructions on how to do it.
You gave
I did. I was like, no, there really weren't.
Okay.
So I was just,
So you're just bullshitting.
using my mathematical mind and putting it together. But they made me dig a trench,
Awesome.
like a water kind of aquifer, with an axe.
Okay, good.
Yeah, that was
That's cool.
amazing, right? I did it.
Yeah.
I did it. And then my brothers called me and
Were you
they're like,
complaining the entire
"What the
time?
hell?" No, I never complain.
Okay. I got to see this show.
I have a pencil, and I know how to use it.
Okay.
And I will stab you in the throat.
Oh, please.
No, no, really. I did a good job. It stayed up. The water flowed. It was all good.
So you basically were experiencing how to actually work for a living, and literally for a living, you know?
Yeah, you think I don't work?
You-
Me
well,
with the 14 jobs, you with the
but
what?
those are all creative
Dishwashing
jobs. You know, do you wash dishes? I mean, do
No,
you
I don't
do
have
something
to.
laborious? I mean,
I don't
granted,
have to.
what
Well,
you
yes, I
is
do.
creative.
I
in your
do
head, but
because
it's not-
I work on people's bodies.
Okay.
Remember, doctor?
Oh yeah, you're a Reiki people. You're a Reiki person. Reiki. We'll get into that scam a little later on in the show.
Oh, right here. Pencil in the throat.
Check mark.
Right there.
Right. So we've shared an experience. You guys want to share an experience that you guys have been going through?
New experience. Well, me personally, we're going on a tour for the entire month of May, so piecing that thing together without any assistance of bookers or anything like that, that has been a new, enduring experience, and it has definitely challenged me to improve my patience.
It's definitely a puzzle, right?
Oh, without a doubt. And, as soon as one element changes, it automatically impacts several others. So you're always making adjustments. You're working on the fly, just trying to piece it together and make it as advantageous and smart as possible.
Now, here's the crazy part. Once you set this plan in motion, it's great to have that plan, but once it actually happens, there's going to be so many other things that are going to not go wrong, but that are going to get thrown, obstacles are going to get thrown in your way during this time period.
Without a doubt. There's no way to predict, but you need to plan for the variables and the unexpected and make yourself as prepared as possible.
What made you choose to book your own shows?
Well, it was just time to put ourselves out there in different stages and areas that we haven't had the exposure in yet. Mm-hmm. And, we're not going to sit around on our hands and wait for someone else to hand us an opportunity. We're going to make that opportunity ourselves.
That's great. There's some excellent bookers out there. Elena Hernandez, who's a good friend of the show. She's has Excite Entertainment, and you should give her a call.
Good to know. Good
Yeah.
to know. I'm
Yeah.
always about getting teamed up with valuable resources and expanding the network of the team.
Right? Yeah. Get you on some bigger tours and hooked up with some people that'll, elevate your status. It's always good.
I like that. Elena, give me a call.
That's right. She's listening right now.
Right.
She always does.
And if you want to contact the band, go ahead and hit them up on their website, diamondlanerocks.com. Wanted to real quick talk to you about your name, Diamond Lane. Is this because you guys have enough people to actually go into carpools?
As soon as we got our second member, it was just Brandon, and he didn't have a name, so I said, hey, I'll get in the car with you, and let's take a drive.
Pile in and saddle up,
Well, truly, it's just one of those things, when you're figuring out what to call yourself, what identity do you want to establish with the brand, the idea of no stop signs, hitting the gas, doing our own thing in our own lane. It just made sense. And it's, stuck all these years. So we keep on driving.
And what's funny, especially here in California, particularly Los Angeles, is they started charging for these diamond lanes, and I was just like, wait a minute, not to get all political or anything like that, but I'm like, didn't our tax dollars go into building these lanes and now you're charging us for these lanes?
for the exact purpose of helping out the driver.
Exactly.
To get from point A to B and save on gas and time and all that. It's like, wait a minute,
it's
what is
ridiculous.
going on here?
I know Dave Rita just got a ticket for switching lanes, and he was only in the lane for, a minute, just like in and out, and he got charged because they, catch you on camera.
Man. man.
Yeah, it sucks because
More
it's a big
scams
fine.
later today.
Yeah.
That's right. Thank you, LA.
More will be revealed. Film at 11.
Oh man, I was checking out all of your videos on YouTube, and I have to say I'm really impressed. The way that you guys kind of express yourselves in these videos are very interesting. It's unlike a lot of the other bands in Los Angeles. You seem to have follow a storyline. Do you have any thoughts on the way that you create your videos?
We always try to have some sort of concept. I think what we're most irritated by is, especially in the rock and heavy metal genre, you just have these generic videos, either a bunch of people in a basement drinking beer and falling all over themselves and partying, and that's cool. We have a few we have moments like that, and we even show that side of ourselves in videos too. But it's important to say something with the video, at least give someone something to hang on to when they're watching it. I mean, it's the music speaks for itself, but we always say that people tend to hear with their eyes, at least especially at a show. We want to convey that in our videos too, the way that we look on stage and in our photos as well. It should be, I want to be in that band, or I want to hang out with these guys as soon as I can. I got to be at a show.
Yeah, it used to be, that everybody would make these really cool videos, Music videos were like the thing of how you promoted your band. And now it seems like nobody's doing that anymore. So it's really nice to
They're
see
doing
that
it. It's
here.
just more diluted because
Yeah.
now everybody's doing it.
Yeah,
so
but
you
it's
gotta-
not, there's
MTV is not
very
what
poor.
it used to be no more.
No.
You know what I mean? So
Right.
now it's just a bunch of reality shows and real world meets this and meets
Right.
that. More scams.
Yeah.
Tell the scam.
Yeah, I think it's
like
funny
it.
to
It's a
see the
scam.
music industry change on what it relies on in terms of, for example, the video was a staple of how a band became known in the 80s and most of the 90s. And singles as well became a thing long ago, in the 60s or 70s. They needed just one solid song, and then the album came after that, and you would have just the single and then a bunch of fluff, no good songs. And nowadays we try to write a song with 9 hits. All 9 of those should be singles. I just think it's interesting to see the industry shift, and we still do videos. Maybe we don't do 8 tracks or vinyl, but we try to keep up with a lot of the things, even if they're outdated. Like videos.
I did see the video for The Enemy, and that's like you guys. I think the storyline was like you guys are like wanted or something like that, and like there's 2 guys chasing after you guys or something like that. Right? Well, did I get that completely right or am I completely wrong?
I think it's very open to audience interpretation, and
Okay.
that's kind of what makes it fun. Also, with some of your favorite songs, my favorite songs, a lot of that is, if you take the artist and what they say the song's about, and once you learn that, sometimes as a listener you go, oh, well, I thought it was about that, and now it doesn't really relate to me anymore. That's what's kind of the magic about what intrigues you about that song or video in this case. So it is really open to interpretation, but it definitely does follow a storyline. So I'm glad that you guys were, that's a big compliment to us that we,
There's definitely
achieved
a
what we were
story,
going
yeah.
for. You know.
Definitely a story, but I think at any point in the video you could turn on and be like, oh, I get it. It's just badass stuff going on. There's a fight
Right.
scene. There's dudes playing outside. That's cool.
How did that gear get on top of that mountain? How
That's
did
only
that
halfway up.
work?
Yeah, we lugged that shit, and it was.
No green screens there.
almost like
No
bad.
green screens.
It's cool how when we go on the road, none of us drives. We hire a driver, but when we go shoot videos, we carry all the stuff ourselves because we're so smart.
Blistering sun.
That's great. And how do you plug in on top of a mountain?
Lots of extension cables.
I always wonder about that because they always have those shots, and you.
Yeah.
The
Where is
best
that-
part of
what's
that
that
is
plugged
like
into?
half of the things that we need are not really visible in those shots. Like even guitar heads. I think that's funny, but I've seen 10,000 videos where they don't even have, either they're not plugged in, which I think is a cardinal sin. We definitely plugged in, but obviously when you go up there, we don't even have everything.
Nice. When you shot that, were you thinking that I'm gonna fall off this mountain and my gear is gonna break and
Well, it's funny you mention that. There's a couple of scenes even in the video where you'll see one of us rolling an ankle or something, but I just look, they're rocking
happens.
out so hard, and you try to edit that stuff out,
Right.
because when you're laying on the ground crying and you, my ankle, doesn't really
Smears
look
your
too
makeup?
metal. Yeah, smears your makeup, but it's pretty. If you watch it with an eagle eye, you'll see all over the place little fun happenings
Right.
throughout.
Those little bits and pieces you should take and just make into the ballad. Like you're crying, like, oh, that's ballad piece.
Yeah.
Call it Turtle's
I like
Tail.
That's a great idea.
Have you guys thought about a ballad? Every heavy metal.
Oh, we got
you
one.
know, has-
The funny thing is we've never played it live. It's also the last on Terrorizer. We have great response from it. It's called Drift. We love it too. It's just got to show its face at the right time. But we definitely wanted the record to be a hard hitter while still trying to round some bases. But yeah, that's the one that's on there. So check that out.
I always like seeing those like late night infomercials about music where they're like, even the bad boys have a soft side.
Buzz Ballads.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I went through the whole Buzz Ballads playlist like 3 nights ago. That's a bit 90s for us.
Yeah.
We should go a bit further back.
Now, is Franco here?
No, Frank couldn't make it. He's working a double at the Deja Dude, so.
The reason why I bring it up, and maybe you guys can help me out, was because I saw that he has a ritual of urinating outside.
Correct.
He likes to shove his penis wherever he goes. And that's the truth.
Is it worth seeing?
We just turn the camera we just go 180 degrees to the other side, so it's from the back. I mean, you also have to zoom in pretty far.
Okay. But he's doing his part. I mean, we are in a drought, and guys,
Water those flowers.
water those flowers.
Rich in antioxidants.
His neighbors love
He also
it.
provides showers.
Oh, that's gross.
Yeah, for you, maybe.
No golden showers, okay?
He's
Just
at
so
work
it's
now,
known,
so-
Ray and Frankie share a bunk on the bus.
It's not just bunks.
Well,
It's all right.
Well, Ray looks a bit cuddly, so I could see, those two.
He's our panda bear.
Now, whoa.
That's good.
Yeah, that's not racist.
Now, earlier we did bring some vegetables, and you guys were very, I guess, thwarted off by that. Did you guys not enjoy vegetables?
No. I feel like I already met my vegetable quota for the day. A little celery, some carrots. I like to keep things
juiced
fresh.
This morning, I swear, I juiced. Maybe we have different definitions of what juicing means, but I certainly got my power greens in.
Boom.
Delicious chicken mista for lunch myself, Ray.
Chicken chow mein.
We're talking about vegetables.
Stuff doesn't count if you put it in the blender.
These guys.
What do you usually eat on the road?
You try to eat sensibly, but you also got to go within your means and what's available. I think
McDonald's,
planning has a lot to
Taco
do
Bell.
with it too. I mean, it's really easy to hit the grocery and plan ahead, but if you're on the fly, you're going to be chained to fast food, which gets old very fast.
Right.
Or even in certain worse situations when you're stuck to the gas station situation where there is no fast food around at all, and you're going, all right, well, here goes nothing, guys. Hopefully,
Gas station sandwich.
Yeah,
Here we go.
Oh, egg salad sandwich made fresh at the gas station deli.
What could go wrong?
There's nothing better than gas station sushi in Tucson, Arizona.
Some tekamaki,
But you know
some
what?
hamachi.
The truck stops have really good food.
Like
Some of
corn
them.
nuts and Fritos.
Well,
No, some of them do. Absolutely. It's just figuring out what you want to eat, planning ahead, or working with what you got on the fly.
Right. And now, are you guys planning ahead for that, or is it going to be a lot of fly?
Oh, you kidding me? We got the grills being installed in the back of
Really?
the bus
Oh,
right
full on.
now. Oh yeah,
You can always take a small little propane grill, you know what I mean? And
exactly.
barbecue it
You
up.
learn from previous experiences and make the future ones more enhanced.
I'd be curious about grilling with you guys. I think that'd be a fun segment.
Grilling with Diamond Lane.
in the diamond lane.
Right?
We could just stop, jump out, everybody starts grilling. See how far that goes.
Well, as long as you gave it to all the people in the diamond lane, it'd be fine, I'm sure.
Yeah.
That and a free CD. How about that?
There
That'd be
you go.
cool. We are playing cuts off of your album, so thank you so much. We just heard the song "The Enemy." Wanted to talk to you real quickly about your guys' music. As far as it being on TV, you guys are finding other avenues of reaching other people. I saw that one of your songs, actually it was one song, but it got a lot of play. It was on UFC. They used it for UFC, and they used it for like a Clippers commercial too, which is great because I'm a huge UFC guy. So once I saw the clip that you guys had on your YouTube, I was like, I remember hearing that song. I was like, I remember that,
Very cool. Very cool.
Because I would always, dude, I love watching you. I don't know if you guys are big UFC fans or not.
Totally.
Right?
They are now.
Well, yeah. But how did that happen? And are you guys still keeping some sort of open line with those people and showing them like your other music that's out? Like, hey, maybe you should use this for your next commercial or something?
Without a doubt, we were fortunate enough to get teamed up with some great people over at Fox Sports a couple of years ago and started, developing a relationship where they used, some of our songs here, there, and, we earned a lot of new fans at the network, and they've been more frequently using our stuff. And even in May of last year, our album Terrorizer was the featured album for Artist of the Month, which means they essentially use our entire album as the soundtrack for their national sports broadcasting across the nation, which was a huge feat for us, not only in the development of our relationship with everybody at Fox, but a huge milestone as an independent unsigned band because we're the first of the kind in that segment to achieve that. I think the artist who was the Artist of the Month before us was Bruce Springsteen. So for
Never
us,
heard of him.
Yeah, right? Yeah. The boss. So for us to be included in the same breath and given that opportunity to expose our music on a national level to people who have no idea, who are just watching the game, it was huge.
Do you guys watch sports? Are you guys big sports guys?
Yeah, mostly football fans, hockey as well.
What's your
Not too many
team?
baseball or basketball. Mostly, the man sports and things like that.
The man sports, really?
Really?
I like
Yeah.
tennis. I think Ray does too.
You brought up a very, very sore subject
Yeah,
with
Ray's
me,
a ping pong enthusiast.
with one of our favorite hockey teams, the San Jose Sharks.
Sharks, all right.
And we
For
just
yourself,
now, have no chance of getting into the playoffs.
I'm so sorry.
No.
Yeah, the Kings
Kings are fighting for it.
Yeah, Ray,
They're
you
fighting
know,
for
dude,
it.
I will jump across the couch.
Yeah.
You don't get to poison this interview.
Oh yeah.
No, don't worry, Ray. I'm a Kings fan too, so we got it. Are you guys wrestling fans? We were just talking about wrestling earlier today, and it was just hilarious because we were talking about the Undertaker and stuff like that.
I wish you could have seen. I wish I could have seen. This is before I was even in the band. Halloween at the Viper Room 2 years ago. We had Ultimate Warrior right here. We had Macho Man. We had Steve Austin.
Nice.
We had Hulk Hogan.
That's
and
cool.
Then,
That's a music
Roddy
video
Piper.
right there. That's a music video right there. You guys need to bring that back for a music video.
It got a little crazy.
I'm
It
sure.
got a little crazy that night. I don't think people
Some
were
of those-
expecting us to bring that volume of,
Yes.
of performance, I guess.
We look good, man.
You can find pieces of those costumes in other videos.
Okay.
If you the little Easter eggs if you're looking.
I will definitely. Look.
And I wouldn't rule out maybe doing a music video like that. I've always been a fan of that idea. And hey, if I get to throw on the Ultimate Warrior makeup and the tassels, that's a good day.
And then do the Ultimate Warrior like. I can totally see that. That'd be fun.
Definitely going as Mankind.
Nice.
You could pass as Mankind.
It's happening.
Whoa.
I work on a lot of those guys. I work on a lot of those guys. You know that?
No.
Yeah.
Dude,
Big
and-
Sexy, Kevin Nash.
Yeah,
I work on him.
But you can get him to come in and be like part of the video.
Yeah.
You
yeah.
know?
He could body
Yeah,
slam
there
us.
you
Interesting.
He's a big guy.
Kevin
would
Nash, Hall of
gladly
Fame
take a body
inductee
slam.
this
Yes,
year, I
he
believe.
is. Yes, he
Some
is.
of us watched WrestleMania.
Yeah,
Some
see?
of us watched WrestleMania.
He's a nice guy.
And then I would be like Steve Nash's stunt double. That's part of the hilarious.
Yeah, that would be very funny.
And like, I'll be your stunt double. That's the beginning. Don't worry, I'll be your stunt double. And then
Worry about it later.
yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
the cameras will trick everything. It'll be cool. CGI, man, CGI.
We were trying to get a hold of Undertaker for a while when he that whole fake death thing that happened. We're like, we know you're alive, man, like a year ago. We want to do your theme song.
That'd be totally cool.
We were totally listening to wrestling theme songs. We were even pulling out the old Wikipedia to try to figure out what all the wrestling moves were. We're like, what should we name our next album? the running neck breaker. Yeah, sounds good.
Best wrestling theme song. Have you guys figured out which one?
Oh, yeah.
Which one?
Kane.
You like Kane?
Well, I think
Kane's theme.
we're all gonna differ a little bit. You like Kane's theme, J-Rock? You know what it
You
is.
know, I'm a real American.
Oh, yeah,
So I
Hulk
would
Hogan.
say let the Hulk Hogan red and yellow
Yeah.
Hulkamania's running wild on you. What you gonna do, brother?
I like. Do you guys remember the tag team Demolition?
Oh, absolutely.
That song
Absolutely.
was like one of the, it's like, here comes the axe, dun dun dun, here comes the smash show, working hard, the demolition. You're like, yeah!
Oh, yeah, them against the
Demolish me.
Legion of Doom,
Oh,
dude. That was
what
way
a
back in
rush.
day.
I'm like,
yeah.
oh, what a rush. That was a cool looking thing too.
Did you see that thing last week with The Rock and Ronda Rousey?
Ronda Rousey, that was such an amazing WrestleMania moment.
Yeah, that
Not
was
even
awesome.
kidding. Yeah,
She's badass.
76,967, whatever, you know, people chanting, you know, Ronda Rousey, Ronda Rousey. And that's pretty awesome, seeing as how she's not affiliated with WWE. Obviously, she's in the other fighting networks, but just to have that type of experience and watch her in the ring with that many people cheering for her, it's just fun to watch.
Yeah, she's a
know.
badass.
Totally.
She is a
badass.
badass. She knows how to scowl, too.
She does. She's great.
Oh, yeah.
She's a good friend of our friend Al Bain, Al Bain for Leather, and she's done some charity work for the medical community.
Nice.
So we love her very much. She's awesome.
Very nice.
And I would love to
Yeah.
love her. So
Yeah, I
Hook
bet
me
you
up.
would. I bet you probably love to love anybody at this point.
well, I'm a hopeless romantic.
Uh-oh.
I see what you did
Shout
there.
out.
What can I say?
Uh-oh.
And with us in physicality is the actual band, Diamond Lane Rocks. No, this isn't their stunt doubles.
I know.
This is actually them.
That's them. It's pretty impressive.
Very impressive. Guys, have you ever thought about having stunt doubles? Can we get into that?
Oh, a surrogate to go out and do all the dirty work?
Yeah.
Sure. Why not? More time to relax. What's that? Relax?
We've just been getting guys from around town, different bands that, you know, certain drummers got a mustache, then that'll do.
Works. Works.
You know, I've yet to find someone with as luscious of locks as mine, so
That's true.
it's a tough task.
I've seen a couple of you around though.
Yeah. That's a
Hate
lot
to
of
tell
them.
you.
Few Asians in
You know, I do want a stunt double where when I'm rocking out, I just put up my hands and I'm still rocking out, you know?
That's called playing the tracks.
You guys don't play the tracks, right?
No.
Absolutely not.
I mean,
That is
what,
not
now,
sarcasm.
what would happen if like one of you guys couldn't make it? You know, could you? at
Doesn't
least,
happen.
Like,
Show
Yeah.
pretty much that has not happened yet. I mean, so far we've been lucky enough, and we put it into our system that everybody has to turn their key before we're like, yes, we're doing it.
Okay.
Unless there's a block of dates where it's like, hey, let's just fill the schedule. Yeah, it's a very democratic process, I have to say.
So
None of
wha-
you have day jobs?
Oh, on the contrary.
Night jobs.
Well,
I
you
think
know.
we just, manage, the jobs we get. We keep the band open. That's our main job. And,
everything's
all the jobs we
musical-oriented.
find, we work around the band. Just like you were speaking about getting jobs, working full time. I'm sure many of us miss a lot of opportunities of getting good money, making good money, but we choose to work a shitty job so we could play in a rock and roll band, So, yeah.
It's a
That's right.
sacrifice.
Yeah, the band is the business and everything else is, molded to fit that. That is the priority. So whatever we have to do outside of that to make those wheels keep turning, that's what it takes and that's what we do.
Right.
So, like me, like I was saying, about trying to find that, that's what I'm having reservations about. I could still keep, and in lack of a better term, the shitty job that I have, it's not shitty. I love it. It's very fulfilling. It just doesn't pay that much. And then I could keep on doing this. But again, I'm barely going to be, what's it, like swimming, or I'm barely going to be floating above water. I'm barely going to be making, I'm barely going to be getting by. And part of me doesn't mind it, but at the same time, it's just like I want to know what it's like not to feel that anymore. I want to know what it's like to just, you know, if I want to walk in and it's not about buying anything, but if I want to walk in and not have to worry about what's going to happen next month with rent, you know, like, oh my God, I actually have enough money to go to the grocery store and actually buy like 2 pounds of meat instead of like finding the what expires tomorrow sale.
When you don't have to worry about getting the avocado on the sandwich you just ordered,
Yeah.
the extra $1.99 avocado, you know.
I want that luxury. Yeah, I want 2 avocados on that, you know?
I think people stress way too much about money. You know, if you
When you
just
have a lot of money, you're just going to stress out more because
Right.
you have more, you're spending more.
That's
and
true.
then you're going to have
You
to
have
worry
bigger
about
taxes.
how you're going to pay for this house that you rented that's out of your,
Income tax bracket.
it's true.
When I look at some of these older rock stars who are making those big bucks, I know they paid a price for it. You know, you look at. I mean, I don't know how Keith Richards is still alive, but you know, even the dudes
Magic.
in Metallica, they show their age. I've heard it said that if you tour for 1 year, you'll take 4 years off your life. So.
Wow.
That's true. That's why I'm dying. Been
Stay
on the
off the
road
road,
my whole
man.
life.
Are you guys looking at that as well? I mean, you guys are obviously about to go on tour. You know, you guys are gonna that what you have a month of touring or
Yeah. We have a solid month of May. We're starting up in the studio for our new album right before we leave, and then sinking our teeth right back in the second we get back. You know, it's important for a band like us to be on the road and present our music in the live setting because that's what really shines. And us as people, we're all about the fans because we're one and the same. We're fans too at the end of the day. We're just lucky to be on the other side of the coin where we're entertaining. So we need to get out there and meet the people and meet new friends and bring them into the family because that's what it's all about.
right? Now, do you guys have like tons of merch that you guys are you know, selling or and
We peddle that merch hard. Yeah, that's. I mean, that's how bands keep above water, even more than either the door split or a guarantee that we might be able to get. Not to mention that's advertising as well.
Right.
And
Right.
who doesn't love to wear your favorite band's shirt anyway?
I'm always fascinated with fashion in bands because I feel that like why isn't it more bands have like their own clothing line? I mean, you guys have your own clothing line, but like it could be like even more huge. Like you guys could be in like stores and stuff like that. And I'm always wondering like why don't bands ever think like even that big? You know what I mean? Because they're just focused on like the fans and stuff. But I'm like, dude, if you have a really cool shirt, you know, like you can like market it in that, and I mean, you can make tons of money off that shirt.
We think about that time to time as well. We're always looking at different designs and commissioning different artists to do work for us. But we always thought that if it doesn't even say Diamond Lane, but we sell it, that's not a bad thing. I mean,
Right.
there's an exchange for that. Not all of our shirts have to have our logo, and some people don't want it. And if they're not into our music but they want to wear this shirt, then we will gladly take their money.
Thank you.
Well, I mean, really, it's just brand advertising, and if you have your merchandise available in those different mediums and platforms, it's a factor. You're spreading the word about your music, even if the people aren't even aware of it. They're just like, "Oh, that's a cool shirt. I want to wear that." Hey, I'll take a whole legion of people doing that all day.
It's amazing when have any sort of celebrity at all and people are wearing things with your image on it. It's very disturbing at times. I've gone.
Who was that? Who wore a Slayer shirt at the Grammys? Like Kim Kardashian or something? That depressed me.
It wasn't Kim, but I
Or was it
know-
Ariana Grande or something like that?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think
that
closer
that
to
would
that.
be
Yeah,
wrong.
it's like,
Well,
That's just
now-
do
not
not disgrace us.
Well, now what if she was actually a real Slayer fan?
This
You
is
know,
why
like
we know she's not.
that'd be interesting.
I'll put
You
money
know,
on it.
see, like this is why they need to have people like me, like on the red carpet, that will ask, like, if she's wearing Slayer, like, are you really a Slayer fan? When was the last show that you went to?
Name your
or
5
whatever?
favorite Slayer songs. I'm just dying to know.
Frozen. Put the mic right in her face.
Right. Well, not right in her face. It would just be like, hey, I noticed that you're wearing that shirt. You know, like that doesn't seem like something you would listen to. Like, you know.
See, that's how we're getting into this fashion metal thing that you're right on the edge of, I think, of a new industry.
Well, Turtle is a
Genre.
designer himself.
Fashion metal.
He is. It's true.
Nice.
I mean,
It's. I'm not saying that it's good, but it's.
it's
But it does exist. But it does exist.
No, it's all right. It's good. I
Yeah.
would wear it.
I designed these pants that I'm wearing today. I designed, and people can't see, but like what I did was check it out. Just look at the bottom.
Oh,
There
see
it
what you did
is.
there. Okay, nice. There you go. Official pants of the show.
Exactly. So
Those are
I
your show pants.
yeah.
I have show pants as well.
It's just like a little bit of color, you know, like, and what I like about it is like you wouldn't notice it unless either I told you or, like, I look at it as like, well, if I'm on stage and the stage is high, then people will see that, you know what I mean, first, and then look up. So, you know, like for me, fashion doesn't have to be blatant, you know what I mean? It can be hidden. So that's kind of like,
Yeah, I like when their logos are on the sleeve or in behind the neck.
yeah, I think
clever.
the back, having a logo in the back is the way to go, because anybody's gonna see the front, but like your back is always gonna be to people, you know, and that's like something that like people don't see, you know, or that people don't recognize. Is like, dude, we missed out on putting something on the back. So
Yeah, just a little subtle touch of class.
yeah, just, you know, that's
Or
it.
just a big in white letters, fuck subtlety.
Fuck subtlety, Diamond Lane.
Boom.
I guess I can't
Like it.
technically. It's a Devin Townsend thing. I stole.
Yeah.
Did you guys go to NAMM this year?
We did. We did. That's always a interesting experience. You know, there's so many people from all walks of life, some industry, most probably not, which, you know, is kind of fascinating.
Right,
You know, to
like-
see everyone there just, oh my gosh, I got to get a picture with Dave Mustaine. It's like, all right, you know, that's cool. But, you know, we were down there to, you know, meet a few key people and, you know, just continue. Yeah, mix and mingle. There it is.
It is always a lot of fun doing that, though. You know, and there's such a positive energy with the people that are either industry people or the people that just got a pass because they work at mom and pop music shop or whatever. Just meaning it's a lot of fun going, especially with the expansion of the stages outside and just the whole hoopla of all of it. It's a lot of fun. If you've never gone and have the opportunity to go, I would definitely say try to do it, even if you don't have any business to do there.
My
Which
advice
is against
is
the,
to not
you know,
go.
the whole point. But, you know, it's like, well, it's a lot of fun.
I think that the outside public shouldn't go. I think that they're overrunning our convention, and there's not enough room for everybody, and you know it's getting too crowded. You can't get to the booths.
Well,
Can't,
not even.
you know,
It's
it's
not
Too
even-
much of a spectacle for you. Just
yeah,
meaning
well,
too many.
you know, it's
It's-
like
well, but
I go down there to do business, and I want to, you know, get to my sponsors and you know,
It's not
handle
even
my
that.
bands, and it's crowded.
I don't think it's that, Max. I think what it is
I'm just complaining. I'm just bitching.
A random person that's not in the industry, that doesn't know anything about music or tuners or microphones or anything like that. They're just gonna go there and they're not gonna appreciate it. They're
Right.
just gonna be like, okay, I just saw 1,000 you know, guitars and I saw 1,000 pianos that are all the same thing. They don't understand, you know, the difference in the subtleties in the technique of that guitar. Or like one guitar is like, when someone looks at a guitar, they can't tell whether that guitar is used for licks or if it's used for strumming. You know, for them it's just like, oh, it's a guitar. They're not gonna
Right.
you know, see that. And I think that's why, you know, NAMM is what it is because it gets people to actually know those little, you know, niches and put them together. And there's a lot of those people,
Right.
apparently.
Yeah.
But
And I
know.
think that, you know, if you're a fan and you want to come out and see some of the artists and do that, then go to like the Rock and Roll Autograph Show that Corky Buyer is putting on, and you know, get your autographs there, and don't go to the industry things where, you know, we need to do business. That's just my advice.
Makes sense to me.
You know,
Absolutely. Very
you
well
know,
said.
trying to be busy here.
well, what NAMM should do is they should, for that week, they should get all the, you know, places around there, all the venues, and then, you know, like have you guys play at a venue. You know, that way it's like the regular people can go
Right.
watch.
Well, they do
you know,
that.
you
They
guys.
do that.
Do they?
Yeah.
Why haven't I known about this?
Well, because you're not really in the industry.
About Anaheim, at least, is that it doesn't have like all the cool venues. I
Right.
sometimes wish it would come to LA, just because that, you only get a handful of the dudes who come up and do a show at the Whiskey or just something cool,
Right.
and they're East Coast cats or not even from the U.S. But you're down in Anaheim. You got the Grove. You got, I don't even know, right?
Right.
There's
The
not even
Observatory.
like just a couple of hip joints.
Yeah.
Those are huge, though, right? I mean, we can't play those places not without a little bit of support, right?
You can play whatever place you guys want.
That's right.
I like it, Tortoise.
We'll take 10,000 of you.
Yeah. Deal. Well, they're there. They just might not be in one area. You got to nickel and dime them all the way. So
We're there.
True.
yeah, don't. Now, last thing I want to talk to you guys about is a movement that I don't know if you guys started, but I'm totally for, and it's Ta Tuesday.
That's
Brilliant. Is it?
It's gotta be us.
Is you guys?
It sounds like it
Yeah,
could be
they're
us.
taking the credit for it anyway.
We might have mentioned something like that
Things
before, but
happen
I
on
don't know.
certain Saturday and Friday nights that happen on camera as well that
Yeah.
just have to be posted.
Yeah.
On Tuesday.
On
Yeah,
Tuesday,
on
yeah.
Tuesday. Yeah, I saw it on your Instagram, and I'll have a link on the show notes. And
You
I was,
know, this is like the first one that we did, I think. So we're gonna be going back.
Well,
We gotta go to
we
the
must
archives.
now.
please.
Now it's a rule.
Yeah,
Now
because
you've set
Shit,
an
it's
expectations
Tuesday.
level.
it's Tuesday.
Yeah.
You need to see some tatas.
Is
Because-
that what this is about?
Yeah, I'm a horny man.
You're like, I'm all on.
Kiss the ring.
It's that ring.
It's that ring.
Because before
Oh,
there was
Word.
We're brought full circle.
Turtle,
Getting circle
turtle.
like a ring.
before there was Flash Friday, but that's like completely played out. And I think, it's like, why should I wait till the end of the week to see some tits? Let's see
But
some tits at
what's
the
in it for
beginning.
us? What's in it for us?
Me ogling.
That's
I mean, it's sheer
it's
enough.
not a benefit.
That's-
I'm sorry.
I think we have a motto.
Exactly.
Why should I have to wait? Hungry? Why wait? Oh, that's Snickers.
It's a little
Exactly.
pick me up in the middle of the week, right?
Exactly. Because you got like what's Wednesday? Wednesday's Hump Day, but it's
Woman
just
Crush Wednesday.
yeah. But it's like Tuesday is missing out. Let's throw some tatas in there.
Boom,
That way.
problem solved.
Done.
It's on the top of the popular chain Tuesday.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's gonna have to be like Stud Saturday or something. Is that
Yeah, that's
is that what
that's
we're
cool.
bound to for the women?
Speedo Saturday.
No,
No.
I,
Days that start with P for you ladies.
Yeah.
I thought it was Slammy Hagar Saturday. No,
Oh, really? Well,
yeah.
but that's not helping me.
Sexy Saturday.
Sexy Saturday.
Sexy Saturdays.
Gay
Okay.
community's gonna love that
Sultry
good.
Sundays.
We'll
I
take
like
Sultry. Well,
Sultry
you know,
Sunday?
I don't know if God's gonna appreciate that.
God will.
Sultry Sunday.
What do you think?
one. Sabbath, it's Sabbath Sundays. It's taken.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's,
Okay,
you know.
the Sabbath could be sultry as well. I mean, you never know. Guys, thank you guys so much for coming on.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for having
Absolutely.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
we just created a new genre on Tuesdays. Make sure to hashtag that Tata Tuesday and send it to the band. As always, you can get in contact with them, diamondlanerocks.com. They are going to be at a town near you, so make sure to check out diamondlanerocks.com for all the tour info. And on the show notes, I'll have links to their YouTubes and their Facebooks and their Twitters and all that fun stuff. Guys, thanks again for coming on. Really appreciate it. You guys are welcome back anytime. And most importantly, thank you for letting us play all your music. That's really cool.
Well, without a doubt, thank you for playing our music and giving guys like us an additional voice to expose to a new audience. We really appreciate it. It takes an army to turn the worm, but rock and roll is swinging back in a big way. So we're stoked to be a part of it.
Cool. Let's see. Which song should we leave with you guys? Oh, before we hold on. Breaking news. I just found out, and my producers just told this to me in my head. You guys just met Steven Tyler.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah, no big thing.
No,
big thing.
Steven's a great guy, and it's really exciting to meet someone at that level, just iconic, legendary, and they're so down to earth.
They're-
Ju-
yeah, they're
just like we're
such a
talking to
kind
one of
guy.
us here, and that is really validating because unfortunately sometimes you get the opposite, and it kind of ruins that idea in your head you have of these people who have obtained this level of success. But to meet someone like him, so iconic and just so humble, it's very inspiring.
It even kind of throws you off a little bit. because it's like even if you meet people of that type of iconic level and not, maybe they can be humble as well, but when there's still that level of, well, I'm still a star. I'll just be a humble star. But with him, it really was like, oh wow, he's totally just like normal guy you'd be talking to on the street.
He's a
like I said,
very
throws you
genuine
off in a
guy.
great way.
Is
Like,
that
oh, that's
Steven
cool.
Tyler walking this way? I think it is. And with that, I'm out.
Hey now.
He bought me a dress once.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Did you take it off right away?
I did not. I did not. I was just in a little shop trying on clothes, and he came in with his manager, and he was admiring the way that I looked in this dress, and he's like, "I want to buy that dress for you."
Wow.
And I said, "Absolutely not. I don't need any guy to buy me a dress." And he was like, "Well, no, I just really want to do that. I think it's looks really nice, and I think you should have it." And his manager kind of like took me off to the side, and he goes, "Do you know who that is?" I said, "No, I don't care who that is." And he said, "That's
Bullshit.
Steven Tyler." And I went, "I care who that is."
I care.
And he actually remembered me last year at NAMM. He was walking around, and I was walking, and he said, "Red and white dress." And I went,
Nice.
"Holy
All
cow."
because, exactly. Finding out
I was
Good
it
for
like,
you.
Wow. My boyfriend cut it into little pieces.
There you have it. Sorry. He's like,
Yeah,
"Why
it
aren't
was.
you wearing
Right?
Yeah, right. It was like one of those moments. What do you mean Steven Tyler bought you a dress?
Not in this house.
He's an ex-boyfriend. He's a very ex-boyfriend.
Well, that's what did him in, I'm
That's
sure.
He did not offer to buy us any dresses.
Right.
Aw.
No dresses.
Aw.
Me-
Well,
next
talk
time
to him
you
about that.
Next time you run into Steve Tiger, you'll be like, "I hear that you bought Max Wassa a dress. You need to buy me a dress too."
Yeah. Darn it.
Is that true? And then we'll come back at you.
All
Yeah,
right.
that'd be cool.
It is.
That'd be definitely cool.
with the info.
All right. Well, I just had to break into that because I just, found that out moments ago. So I thought that was
Moments.
very breaking. Let's hear the song. How about this? This I think is kind of appropriate. "Cheating Death," because Steven Tyler is definitely cheated death, I
A
believe.
couple times, maybe. But he's looking good. He's looking good right now.
Definitely looking good.
Healthy.
So
Eating vegetables.
When
Chopping broccoli.
Broccoli.
So when we come back, we're still gonna have more show, and we're gonna change things up a bit. We got a duo coming in.
Yeah, they're badass. I love them.
Yeah, and definitely a complete 180 from the band, which I like to do that. Do you guys like to listen to something and then just do a complete 180 and listen to something else?
I think it's quintessential. It's a palate refresher. You
So-
can't
Yep.
just blast your
It's
brains
like-
out with
it's like ginger.
The Rock all day.
You got to clear the palate before
Right.
moving on to the next plate.
So-
Exactly.
So we're clearing the palette with Diamond Lane, and then when we come back, we're gonna have more with our guests and more Tortoise and Hare experience.